So, good afternoon to all of you. We would like to discuss today regarding to DML DDL command set. Previously, we have discussed all these things. In the previous class, we have discussed all these things. Today, I'd like to go ahead and discuss what are the what are the syntaxes and how the tables, comments are supposed to be worked out using Oracle in SQL using Oracle application or Oracle kind of application here. Let us go ahead and take the syntaxes and everything regarding to this. Before going to take the syntaxes, we would like to concentrate on one particular point. In SQL, you have 128 objects, different kinds of objects. These objects might be able to create, might be able to manipulate, might be able to share among many number of people or many number of users, other users who never connected to your server. Okay. Then here, so the names of few names of those kinds of objects will be a table, so a view, a materialized view, or synonym, sequence, trigger, role, user, and then a cluster, index, partition, something like you have 128 different kinds of objects are there. But out of these all objects, 128 objects, only one object, one fundamental object, which is used to communicate with the user directly. That object name is table. That object name is table. Table is the fundamental object where the data is being entered by the user using keyboard or any other kinds of inputs, something like scanning, something like let me consider QR code scanning or barcode reader scanning. However, whatever the kind of input you have with you, input device you have with you, using that particular device, so you can send the data to this particular table here. So only this object is directly communicate with the user. So that is why whatever the command we are supposed to discuss, those commands will becomes with the table. Afterwards, after completion of all command sets, then we will also go for view, also go for materialized view, synonym, sequence, trigger. Everything will be discussed. Don't worry, everything will be discussed. But basically, we are trying to discuss with only table first, because this is the basic or fundamental object which is used to communicate with the user directly. So therefore, we'd like to go ahead and we'd like to discuss with only table first, then followed by all other things. Okay, that's what you need to remember. And let's get started with DDL, data definition language commands, and then followed by DML commands, how they can be worked out, what are the syntaxes, and what are the characteristics of those commands. One by one, we would like to discuss. DDL. In DDL, the first command is, that is what I told you. First one is the create table. So here, create is a keyword. However, in my writing of my syntaxes, if you see any kind of capital letter word, that is a keyword. That is a keyword. So create is a keyword, table is a keyword, and here table name, which is in lowercase letters and can be enclosed within the angular brackets, something like this. So it could be considered as user defined name. You can put your own name. There is no problem at all. You can put your own name at this particular point. So that is why all capital letters all capital letter kind of words can be considered as keywords. Okay, you please remember this particular point. And then followed by attribute name or column name. So I am always used to specify only the technical words. Of course, column also technical name, but more and more the specific technical name as far as Oracle is concerned is attribute name. So attribute and data type, whatever the data type we have discussed in the previous classes. to that particular data type, followed by size. Sometimes size might be there, size might not be there. You please remember in syntax, so anything will be mentioned with a square bracket, that is optional. That is optional. If you want, yes, you can use it. If you don't want, you can omit it. Okay, based on the necessity, you can use it or omit it. Okay, size. So data type, for example, if you consider date, there is no size. For example, you can consider long, there is no size. So that is why size has been put into square brackets. And there is a class. The class name is default. Default. I would like to explain this particular default afterwards, and there might be having some kind of expression. Then for, I have given complete instruction or complete syntax of this one here. You can able to create a constraint and the constraint logical name followed by actual constraint name and so on. So this whole thing will be considered as defining single attribute within the specific table. Within the specific table, so we are supposed to use that as a single table, single attribute or column in the specific table. So, but we are trying to concentrate on from here to here as of now, because we don't know the remaining issues at this moment, because we don't know what is a constraint and how you can create a constraint. It is not known to us, so that we would like to concentrate on only this particular point, attribute and followed by data type. And of course, as a subquery could also be there with you. As subquery could also be there with you. So, we'd like to discuss what is a subquery after completion of DDL and DML. So, it will be comes to you. So, thereby, we'd like to discuss each and everything. Now, how this could be gets operated? Let me open the SQL for you, SQL for you. Yeah, this is our SQL. Username is, I have created one user for you. So, the username is so AMR class, of course, password also same. So already I have explained what is this this kind of connection. Already I have explained here, CLR here. So if you want to know what is the username, you have to connect it here already. So we have noted down each and everything in our so this one here. Probably somewhere else, yeah, SQL. So if you want to know your the class will be, today's class will be 18/05/2021. Here we have taken the class. So show user. It is also SQL plus command only. It's also SQL plus command only. If you want to type this particular, if you type this particular command at SQL prompt, to which user you have connected, that username will be displayed. Let me show you this one by using this one, SHOW, so user, okay. So AMR class is our username. Using this particular AMR class, we have connected. Okay, let me increase the size one more time because you people unable to see 32. Yeah, size will be gets increased furthermore, and bold font, yes, it could be gets increased. Okay, you can see. Hope that it could be visible to you in your mobile screens. So here, show user, obviously it could be shown to which user you have been connected. So that could be shown to you. Now, how could you create a particular table here? So for that, you can use either lowercase letters or uppercase letters while applying any kind of command, not giving any kind of data. While giving data, you have to take care about your so type of what you call data. So that might be the capital letters or lowercase letters or uppercase letters. You have to take care of that one. But while typing any command, you can give. So either it is uppercase or it is lowercase. So let us consider S H O W. You can see S small H capital, O small and W is capital, U S E R. So there is no problem. There is no problem. It could be executed. It could be executed successfully. There is no problem at all. So while typing any command, lowercase letters, uppercase letters, mixed case letters, doesn't matter. It could be executed. Okay. So however, you can see. So create table. Table name is, let me consider employee or otherwise a student. examination. It is very easy to insert the data for examination. So otherwise, stud underscore exam. So followed by, you can enter the data in different rows also. If you put enter key, then it will be open second row. Second row. Okay. In the beginning classes, I have given one clear instruction to you. Enter key will be the, if you invoke enter key in all other languages, the command is being gets executed. Where in SQL, enter key doesn't matter. Enter key doesn't matter. Always semicolon does matters. If you use semicolon, then SQL will think that yes, command is gets over. Therefore, the command is being sent for execution. So that is why you have to give semicolon over there. However, let me talk about how the creation of a particular table. Attribute name is regd underscore no register number, which is so number of some 4 or 5 or 3. However, let me take 4, comma, second one. So student name, so VRCHAR2 of, so let me say that is 20, and followed by, so SUB1 marks, so that is number of 3, okay, comma. So SUB2 number of 3, and so on. Let me take some 4 subjects, SUB3. So let me take one more subject, that is SUB4. Yes, total number of attributes I have considered has been completed. Therefore, you just put one more closure brace, because we have opened one open brace here. We have opened one open brace here. That open brace close will be taken here, and then put semicolon at this point. If you put semicolon, then immediately this whole command will be taken into consideration, and it could be executed. Accordingly, you could get the message regarding to execution. If you have any syntax errors, immediately that could be shown. Otherwise, it could be executed, and you can display table has created. Table created. And how could you identify the table created here in the sense? So you can apply this particular command. Select everything from tab, tab. You can see, okay, table name is very huge. So that is by column. Column name is TNAME format. So A some 25. Okay, now you can execute the command here. Yes, you can see this one. Table name is stud underscore exam, and our type is table. Our type is table. If you want to display the structure, we have just created this particular structure here. If you want to display the structure of this one, you'll go ahead. Previously, we have taken one particular command, describe table name. So we have taken describe table name. So how could you do this particular thing here in the sense, TESC followed by our table name is the table stud underscore exam. Exam. Stud underscore exam. You can see name. So register number, so and so, S name, so and so. Whatever the description or whatever the creation description we have given, same kind of things will be gets displayed here. Okay, in this way it could be gets displayed. Later on, we will explain. This is the way of creation of one particular table. Later on, we will explain. So, what is this default and what is this particular constraint and how these constraints will be gets created. Everything will be gets explained later on when so-called topic will be gets over for us. Then we will discuss. Okay. Then alter. I am talking about only data definition language commands, DDL commands, DDL commands only, data definition language commands only. So already I have given some information to you that data definition language commands are supposed to be worked out on the structure of the object. These should not be done any kind of operations on data. It is always concentrated to perform some kind of operation on structure of that particular command. So alter, what is the importance of alter here in the sense, if a table structure is already existed, one structure is there with me, so I'd like to make some kind of changes in structures. So let me show you here one more time. So I have created a particular table that is exam, student exam, and this is the structure of this particular table. Now I'm thinking that so one more column must be added here. One more column. That column name is subject 5, number of 3. I have forgotten to enter that particular column during creation of this particular table. So that is why I'd like to add one more column. Otherwise, how many number of classes are there here? Basic classes are there here. Is fundamental classes are there here. Is first one is add, to add new columns. Second one is modify. So what is the use of modify here is if you have any existed column, you maybe change the data type or you maybe change the size of that particular data type. But you don't have any, so I mean, you don't have any change of column name is strictly prohibited. You don't have any right to change the name of the column. Okay, data type will be get changed. Otherwise, data type size will be get changed, or any constraint will be there. That constraint will be so gets evaluated or enabled or disabled. These operations can be done. Okay, then we'll see what is the complete syntax of that particular thing. Before going to take complete syntax, so what are the restrictions while so alter command is being operated? Let us take some restrictions. First restriction will be so this one. So use it to add a new column. Add a new column. So if you want to add a new column, yes, you can take. So you can use this particular command, and it could be always done to the existed table structure only. Okay. Second thing, use it to add an integrity constraint to the existing column. When a column gets existed, then for that column, yes, you can add an integrity constraint. And use it to redefine column with respect to the redefine a particular column with respect to the data type or size or default value. But column name cannot be changed. You can change the data type, it could be possible. You can change the size of existing data type, it could be possible. Faraday have given something here in create table that is a default value. Yes, it could also be changed. Here some expression has given, that expression must be changed. Okay, these three can be changed. So you can redefine that. Then use it to enable or disable existing constraint. If you have a constraint which is being enforced on a column, that column constraint will be enabled. By default, it is enable mode. So if you want to disable, yes, you can disable it. If you want to enable, yes, you can enable it. So it could also be possible. Then followed by, you can drop an integrity constraint. If any integrity constraints are there, you can drop them. And then, so you can modify. Modification has not been given, I think. So you can modify. So you can modify so an existing column. Modification will becomes under this particular area. Redefine in the sense modification. This redefine will be called as modification. Okay, modify is one of the classes, add is another class, drop is another class, and then enable or disable is another two classes. Let us. These are the 5 different types of rules to be remembered while we have to operate the alter table command. Next, go ahead with the syntax. You can see the syntax. Alter table. So alter is keyword, table is another keyword. Whatever the table name you wanted to alter, yes, you can take that one. So what is that? Add. Wanted to add a new column to this one. Attribute under data type, default class and expression. Otherwise, you can also perform, okay, constraints also be there. Otherwise, you can also perform modify the same thing, attribute name or default value expression. So this drop, you don't, no longer constraint is required for your column, then you can drop. So constraint name. And of course, drop can be gets also operated for column also, drop column. So column name or attribute name. Then followed by enable or disable. So the constraint clause in the sense that is constraint name. Okay. In this way you can perform. Drop can be gets operated on constraints. Drop can be gets operated on columns also. On columns you can, so drop column name, yes, it could be possible. Otherwise, drop constraint name, it could be possible. However, we would like to concentrate on only these two, only these two right now. So these two right now, because we don't know what is the constraint, we don't know what is enabling or disabling, so we don't know anything here. So just we'd like to concentrate on these two, and of course we'd like to also concentrate to drop using this column name. Okay, let me create one particular column and let me drop another column. So we'll see these three. Okay. So look at this. Look at these three options here. So this is my table description. Now I wanted to, so within this particular point, I would like to, in SQL, what I'm supposed to operate at this moment here in the sense. So add a new column to, so stud underscore exam table. For this particular table, we have to add a new column. Column name is, what is the column name here? In the sense, the column name will be, so sub5, so number of some 3. This is the way. Okay, let us see how this could be gets added. So this is the specification for this today to add this one. How this could be gets added? Let us see here. Look at this. Alter. Okay, let me read the capital. Alter table. Table name is stud underscore exam. What I'm trying to do, add new column. Add, my column name is, or attribute name is sub5. So the data type is the number of 3. That's all. This is the way to add a new column. Okay. You can see, yes, table is altered. Then immediately go ahead and execute describe structure, describe stud underscore exam. You can see this one. Of course, previously we don't have any, so fifth column, fifth subject information right now, we got added. We got added. Now, this is the way to add a new thing here. I'd like to, now what next operation will be, increase, modify. I'm trying to explain increase. So, otherwise, redefine. So SNM column size to, let me consider already it is 20, size from 20 to, so 40. Okay, other 20 to 30 is enough. Okay, 20 to 30. Okay, for this one, so how this could be done here, let us examine second operation. So already this could be seen in such a way. What is the name? Yes, name. So modify. So S name BRCHR2 of 20 to, so S name BRCHR2 of 30. Okay, from this particular, so from this particular definition to this particular definition, you have to modify. Okay, so look at this. How this could be done? Look at this. So alter table. Table name is stud underscore exam. What I'm trying to do, already one column is existed with me, so that particular column size will be gets increased. So that is why, so modify, modify, modify. I'm trying to modify the existing column. Modify yes name. Data type is same BRCHR2 of. So actually that is 20. I'd like to modify to 30. Okay. Look at this. This is the way. Then you have to describe table name stud. So just stud underscore exam. Previously it is 20. Right now it has been changed to 30. Now, so one more modification I'd like to change. So re define. So what is that register number? So regd underscore no. So NO from number of 4 to CHR of 4. I'd like to change the data type. The data type, same size will be same, but data type will be changed here. How this could be done? Okay, so let us see. So let us see the same. So already it is with the number of 4. Then how could we change from number of 4 to so character of 4? So alter table. Table name is stud underscore exam. So what I'm trying to do, modification. Already column name is existed, so that is why regd, sorry, modify, modify regd underscore no. So previously it is number of 4, right now it is character of 4. Character of 4. Table is already. Go ahead with describe. Previously it is a register number, previously it is the number of 4. Right now it has been changed to character of 4. Okay, so in this way you can operate. So you can add a new column. You can change the size of the column. You can change the data type of this column also. So let us consider S name is no longer required for me. For example, S name is no longer required for my table. I'd like to drop this particular column. I don't require this particular column for examination details. Okay, I'd like to drop this particular column. How this could be? So next fourth operation will be, so drop S name column from stud underscore exam table. From this particular table, you have to delete it or drop it. How this could be done? So simple, very simple. And alter table, table name is stud underscore exam. So what we are trying to do? Drop. What is the column name? S name. Drop column colum. You have to type the keyword column. What is the column name? S name. Okay. So table structure is gets altered. Then you have to go ahead and display the structure here. So previously you have S name with you. Right now S name has been dropped. There is no S name here in this structure here. Okay. So let me change character to number of 4, because actually last 3 characters or 4 characters, so 4 numbers will be considered for explaining this thing. So that I would like to take into consideration of so character to number of 4. So simply here number of 4. One more time, NUMBR, number of 4. So go ahead with the describe table. Previously it is character. Now it has been changed to number of 4. In this way, you can operate this so alter table command. Now, next one is drop table. So drop table is used to delete the table structure and associated data permanently. I'd like to explain what is this cascade constraints after some time. In the future classes, we'd like to explain this one. So on omission of this one, we'll go ahead and take this particular explanation. So that is drop table, table name. What does it mean? Table will be permanently deleted or permanently erased from your database. No longer that could be existed if you are supposed to operate any drop. Okay. Let me go ahead and execute this particular command here. So before going to take, I don't want to drop this one. Let me create a small table to be considered here. So create a table name is ABC. So A, number of some 2 or 3. So B, number of some 5. C, so character of some 4, 5. Okay. Let me use this. Table has created. We'll go ahead and select everything from TAB. Okay, you can see ABC is one column. I'll give you what is this one here, and one more table is so student exam, and second one is ABC. As and when you have right away from 12C onwards, 12C, Oracle 12C onwards, if you delete anything, let me explain by taking the example of this one here. Okay, example of let me consider. So I'd like to delete where it is. I'd like to delete this particular file from my desktop, and where exactly it could be goes and placed in recycle bin. So let me delete it. I will restore this particular thing from recycle bin here. So let me go ahead and select this one from recycle bin where it is. I'll go ahead and recycle bin and open the recycle bin. Many files are there here. Many files are there. However, I will restore it. I will restore it later. Okay, I will restore it later. Yes, this one here. This one here. So restore. It could be restored. Okay, so to do such kind of operation here also, so it has been created. It has been created right away from 12C onwards. Before 12C, you don't have such kind of, you can see bin, physical, you can see this one here. So this particular bin file is being created when you have to delete one particular table from the user here. So previously I have deleted one particular table. Now, right now, I'd like to delete one more table from this particular user. So what could be? Drop table name is ABC. Okay, you can apply this one. Table was drop. And we'll go ahead and take this one. Second one will be gets created here. You can see second bin file will be gets created. So these are bin files, and this could not be able to deleted by you. So forever, there is another command to be deleted for this particular type of tables also. Permanent deletions also be done. So I'll show you in the future. I'll show you in the future. So this is the way to drop the table. And next command is truncate. So this truncate command, please remember, I have told you that already. So 128 objects are there in so Oracle or SQL. Out of these 128 objects, table, there is a particular object that is a table. So a truncate command could be gets operated on only table. On only table. You can create a sequence, you can create a synonym, you can create a role, you can alter a role, or you can drop a role or table or whatever it may be. The above three commands could be gets operated on any kind of object, but truncate could be gets operated on only table. You could not operate this particular truncate on user view or middle layer view, something like that. You could not operate. You could not operate. So therefore, you please remember that the truncate could be gets operated on only table. So let me explain this particular truncate after some time, after explanation of what do you call DML command. Insert command is required. I wanted to explain something about truncate. Okay. So these are DDLs. These are the way which we have to operate the DDL commands in Oracle. Otherwise in SQL. Using SQL, you can operate something like this. Then DML, data manipulation commands. First and foremost and very, very important command. So throughout Oracle, so this particular command have a special identity because user always wants to display the data, rather insertion, rather deletion, rather updation. So people are always trying to display the contents. Content display is having its own identity throughout the computer science world, not only computer science, anywhere else. So it could be have its own identity. So that selection will plays a vital role in databases. If you master in selection, 25% of SQL is known to you. Okay. However, you can see select, distinct, or star, or attribute and so on, or expression. You could operate any one of these. So before going to take this one, DML commands are specially operated on data. Specially operated on data. These cannot be performed any kind of operation on structures. Okay, structures cannot be done. On structures, these commands are not supposed to be done anything. On data, any kind of data will be there within that particular table, within that particular view, within that particular synonym. Yes, you can perform some kind of operations. Okay. So case when one class is there, case when So the condition and of course the switch case operation will be there in our languages, same kind of operation here. From table name, from table name. So where, first clause is where condition, second clause is group by expression or having condition, and third clause is order by so-called operation, and fourth one is connect by prior condition, start with condition. These are four clauses are there. Sorry, five clauses are there. First clause will be case when, this is first clause. Second clause will be where clause, then group by clause, then order by clause, then connect by prior with conditions. So totally five clauses are there. All these five clauses are very, very, very important while speaking something about selection here. So that's all today's class, because the time is already approaches to complete. So tomorrow I shall continue these DMLs, and let me explain these DMLs by next session. Okay. Thank you. Don't go away. I'd like to